How's it going, guys? You're watching Dirt Bike Channel. I'm your host, Kyle Brotherson, and today we're going to review the Klim Mojave line of gear. That's what's coming up next on Dirt Bike Channel. So you guys are probably thinking I've reviewed a lot of Klim stuff lately. Well, technically I've reviewed their Dakar series, I've reviewed their XC series, and now I'm reviewing the Mojave series. The reason why I've reviewed three different lines of their gear is because I was very impressed. And this stuff, this Mojave line of gear has not let me down. In fact, yesterday you'll notice I've got a little bit of a rash on here, little bit of a road rash. That happened while I was wearing this jersey. These things are built like tanks. I love all the effort that Klim has put in to the design of their gear to make sure it protects us. This stuff is phenomenal. I'm gonna bring you into a closer shot. I've been using this. In fact, I have a couple of different sets of this. And I've been using it, I've probably worn it for 10, 12 hours as I've been going around, because it's been hot. And the Mojave line of gear is kind of like your very ventilated, warm weather, hot gear. So let's dig into this. So I recently got to go up to the Klim headquarters and visit with them, and basically in a nutshell what I learned is they take quality very, very seriously. They use different thread that makes the thread is much stronger, the stuff that they're using in their gear. The types of materials that they decide to use have high tensile strengths, and they just have quality craftsmanship. Now, this stuff is designed in the United States of America. It's designed up in Idaho. Obviously, these things are assembled, the pieces are assembled in places like Taiwan, but they're using high quality components, and it makes for a really, really nice gear. The Mojave gear is very highly ventilated. I don't know how well you can see that, but this is just a mesh gear with lots and lots of ventilation all throughout. This is very, very highly vented. But in places where you need where you're gonna need a little bit extra protection, like here on the backs of the arms, so that you know, when you're gonna get some rash like that, they use very, very durable fabrics. I had to wash this one because last night I filled this thing clear full of blood, actually. I guess it would have been on this, no, it would have been, yeah, it would have been on this elbow. So this thing, I took a pretty big digger. I was trying to practice some slow wheelies, and went off the back of the bike on a gravel road, and it didn't even, you can't tell anything happened, although you can tell something happened on the inside, on my arm here, but very, very durable fabrics. I really, really like this stuff. Here's a little bit more of the attention to detail that I, have been kind of talking about. On the neck on this thing, they've incorporated a little bit of a stretch material up here on the back of the neck. That's just to make this comfortable, They've got a little bit of a V-neck here, but they put that little bit of a stretch, I don't know how well you can see that, on the back of the neck. They've just thought about a lot of things. Again, they put the little nylon rubber stuff down here to help make sure it says Klim technical riding gear. That helps it to keep, stay tucked into your pants a little bit more. So this stuff is just really, really phenomenal, and it's very, very well built. Very well built. That's the thing that I've noticed the very most about the Klim gear is the attention to detail. Let's take a look at the pants. Now, they make inside the boot pants and outside the boot pants. I actually have an outside the boot pant. It's not in here. I'm not probably the biggest fan of the outside the boot pants, so I'm going to review here the inside the boot pants. First and foremost, lots and lots of ventilation, lots of stretch, and extremely well built. The other thing that is really cool about the pants that they do is they have these adjustments on them. So if your pant doesn't quite fit quite right, or you're starting to gain some extra pounds over the years, because this stuff is going to last you for years. Trust me, guys. So you've got the adjustments on the sides that you can do. They've also got the hangers where you can put You can put hip pads in them, or you can put other stuff inside the pant hangers. You also have these pockets on the outside. Now, I thought it was possibly a little gimmicky the first time that I used it. But I don't think so now. I love having the pockets. They're thigh pockets up here. I'll show you what this looks like when it's on. But these are incredibly nice to have. And then your knees. They've got this thing bulky. They've got it bulky enough so that you can wear knee pads underneath this. But there is a lot of protection up in here. They've sewn a lot of extra padding and a lot of extra material into the knee to make this really, really comfortable and really protective. Obviously, they've got the leather on the inside in case you get hot around your motor. That's the places that you'd get burned. And then they've got a little bit more mesh down here at the bottom. My one complaint with this line of gear, the Mojave line of gear, is that down around, you know, where this fits on your foot or on your leg, this is actually kind of tight. Now they have made it so it stretches right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but I don't have the biggest legs, and it is a little bit tight on me. So some of the guys with bigger, bulkier calves, this might get quite tight on them. So that is one thing to note. This might be a little bit uncomfortable, and they're not as long as some of the other pants that I've used. I'll show you this when I have it on. Actually, you might not really be able to see it that well, but they don't go as far down into the boot as some of the other pants that I've used. So, you know, I'm a little bit on the fence on that one, but overall, the quality on this stuff is fantastic. They use really, really good zippers. They have double, you know, you've got double buttons up here for your, you know, up on the waist. It's just really, really good stuff. Everything is super durable. I honestly don't know if there is a better gear, if there's better off-road gear out there than what Klim is doing. They are just, the quality is second to none, guys. I really like that. And then as far as the gloves go, these are also the Mojave gloves. I think these are pretty durable. You know, for some guys, they might think these are too thick. Some guys like a really, really thin glove. I don't think this isn't a super thick glove. It's not as thick as the Dakar gloves, but these gloves, I like them. They give you a little bit of padding up here on the knuckles, and it's kind of in between a thick glove and a thin glove. So for me, these are good. I like them. You've got the adjustment strap here, so no complaints about the gloves. They come in a few different colors, and I like them. This little nylon stuff, or this nylon rubber stuff, I haven't had this coming off, and these are I think I've got 2 pairs of these now that I've picked up. So I like the gloves. Let's take a look and see what it looks like when it's on. I just wanted to show you, this was the area that I took a digger on fell off my bike last night when I was doing some slow wheelies, and hit this area right here, and basically there is no noticeable damage on this stuff. They are using such high quality, you know, fabrics and materials here that it didn't tear the jersey, even though I pounded that. My elbow was very, very sore here, tender to the touch, and it broke the skin underneath this. And it filled this whole area up with blood last night. But I just wanted to show you, after washing this, you cannot tell that anything happened to this because it's just very, very high quality stuff. This is an example of something that I don't think will ever happen with your Klim jersey. This is an older jersey that I have, a Fox jersey, and basically what happened on this one is I'm cutting, you know, I'm kind of cutting around, going around a corner, and I cut the corner pretty tight, and I get a tree branch that hits me, like, you know, right here in the shoulder, and it just tears right through the jersey. I've had this happen multiple times with multiple jerseys because this stuff just, it just doesn't have the tensile strength and the tear strength that the Klim stuff. I was up there and they were kind of showing me some testing at their headquarters, and doing some tear testing on some of the competitors' materials and then tear testing on their materials. There is no comparison. The Klim stuff that they're using is so much stronger than a lot of the competitors out there. This is just one example of a jersey that did not hold up. I've got tears on the back of it. I've got tears on the front and the side, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to tear any of the Klim stuff off me. So this is what it looks like when it's on. For reference, this is a large. I'm wearing a large jersey and I'm wearing a 32 size pant. I am 6 feet tall and about 170 pounds, 168, 170 pounds. So this is what it looks like when it's on. Again, the fit and the finish is second to none. And it was only like, what, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. I didn't even know that Klim did off-road riding gear. And this stuff is fantastic. I like the thigh pockets, like I was saying before. I've got them on both sides. I'll end up putting my phone in here. You know, that way I've got my phone out there right where it's easy to snap something if I need to. You could put maps in there. You could put a lot of different things in there. The gloves work quite well. Like I was saying before, they're just warm enough that you could use on some cold mornings, but they're not too hot. This stuff is very, very highly vented, and it's got all the protection in all the places that you need it. Like I was saying before, though, the pants don't go down quite as far as some of the other pants that I've used, and then they can get a little bit snug down here on your calf. So for you guys that have really, really big calves, I'm not one of those guys. It might be a little bit tight down there. I don't know. You'll just kind of have to watch for that. But that would be my only complaint with these things, is sometimes, you know, if they ride up a little bit, you feel a little bit of pressure down here on your calf, because that's pretty tight. If you use the outside the boot pants, you wouldn't have that problem, obviously. But dude, this stuff is great. 2 thumbs up from me, from Klim. KLIM.com. Those guys are pretty cool guys up there. I've met a ton of them, and very, very cool company and very high quality gear. Hey, in today's Rider Spotlight, we've got Mark, Audrey, and Derek. They're all pretty new riders, and they ride in the Ozark Mountains here in the USA. And riding together as a family has become kind of an after-church tradition, and it's something that they love to do together as a family. So, pretty cool. Thanks for sending it in, guys.